saw on Facebook a story that's getting some play, and it's a sad story really about a pastor who lost his wife to cancer, and 3 days later he was back preaching. Now, he made some very good statements, and this is nothing, please, against the pastor. He made some powerful statements, and God has been with him. Who I'm speaking for is those reading it and wondering why they don't have the same peace or the same strength or the same mental capacity as that pastor. You see, when we begin to hold up as examples people who have been able to go through major tragedy, major calamities, without it knowingly or seemingly affecting their mental or spiritual state, we tend to place them as the heroes of our faith. We like stoic Christianity, a person who can stand by faith. The problem with this is that most of us, including myself, are not that strong. And even if we call it strength, it may not be strength. It simply may be the DNA, the personality of that person. The Bible makes pretty clear that the more we are forgiven, the more we love. It also makes clear that we as Christians do weep and we have sorrow as others, but not without hope. But it doesn't mean we're stoic. Jesus cried over Lazarus, knowing he was going to raise him from the dead. So sorrow, and in Hebrews, we talk the great hall of fame, we find those who were rescued and many miracles taking place to rescue people. And then it says, and others were what? Sawn in half, killed. And so I'm speaking for the and others. Because many people, when they have loss, tragedy, a car wreck takes a family member, sudden death, there is not this stoic action presented. When my daughter was killed in a car wreck, I certainly was not stoic. And to be very honest with you, I struggled. And I mean really struggled. For the first 2 years after that. The most painful thing I'd ever experienced. And I could go through and tell you why. Because there's little details that you don't know that would help you understand why. But I guess I just wanted to say, because I saw some of you that I love very much, and I've been your pastor, I just wanted you to know that not to somehow in your mind now get the idea that this is the normal Christian reaction. Because it was Christians that hurt me the most after I lost my daughter. I had one leader in the community tell me that I have a great opportunity to demonstrate how Christ gets us through a crisis such as this, and that I was a poor Christian because I was breaking down spiritually, mentally, and physically. Oh, he was very, very helpful. Yeah, he's probably someone I need to forgive. But I just wanted you to know that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. There's no right or wrong response to grieve, or to hurt, or to respond. We all behave differently. We have different DNAs, different personalities, and a person may be far further along in their faith than me or you, and still become a puddle of mush at the loss of a loved one. So here's what I'd like for you to know. When people go through tragedy, don't try to place on them the reaction that they should have. Even the stages of grief. Yes, there's some identifiable stages in grief, but listen to me. Sometimes you go from one to the other and back to the other. There is no straight path to recovery. It's more like a spiral out of the ditch. So I just felt burdened because I was hoping that this didn't go traveling around Facebook and give people the idea that this is the way you behave. The day after the death, you go back to work. For most of us, that's not the way it is. And I want you to look at this little picture at the end of this. The two dogs, the big dog and the little dog, they both went through the same trial, but it affected them differently. Let's not forget that. God bless you. Thank you for joining me on Overflowing Hope 180. For more information, go to jamesdallen.com. That's jamesdallen.com.